One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. So Iowa State's offense will have the football first. Quarterback making adjustments. Thompson to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Thompson wants to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Cyclones pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. The Cyclones are threatening on 1st and goal. The give. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ellington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Arizona's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You've got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Escapes trouble. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away. But you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Madden. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Sets up the screen. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give to the back. Spins away from the defense. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Quick pass on the jet motion. Creates a little room. Smashes through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Makes the catch. It's Madden. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Why are you getting cooked over there?
The play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The RPO fire complete to the left. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Plows through the defense. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And he's going to bring this one out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Thompson to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Pass the sticks, and he may get more.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll take a shot. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Arizona runs out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Got it near midfield. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Thompson wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll immediately call timeout.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Madden. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And that's in Arizona.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the Heat. Heaves it on the run. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Brings it down on the right side. A few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup of the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you need. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He might want another play. Thompson to throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Cyclones will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Great place to start for this offense. The give to the lone running back. Really good job. There, well blocked, good run, and a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, Iowa State! And the beatdown has ensued.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Middle Tennessee made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing in Murfreesboro. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the outside. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
With the catch, it's Demania. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Thompson wants to throw. Got a man. It's Demania. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The Cyclones come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cyclones! He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Arizona runs out the punt team.
Number 12, on to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Finds his man. It's Demania. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Cyclones lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Thompson to throw. Here's a heat. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They want to run this quarterback. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on fourth down? No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cyclones are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger. And he goes at the 41.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. And you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
Snagged out of the air. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw one last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done.
Throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Thompson wants to throw. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Snagged in the middle, it's Sexton. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Powers through the defender. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. A little less room to work with now as the ball is at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Going for it all. To the end zone and it's picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting game. A late touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Makes a move. Oh, middle. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. It's Turbin. Here's the pressure. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Cyclones want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. He's looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense.
Fires one high and deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. From the gun. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Cyclones trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Making side adjustments here. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Looking to get it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
63, Arizona, 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Ellington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.